Another one. DJ Khaled.
Catch us every Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. Central. Good morning. I'm flipping through here. How you doing?
Great. How are you? Good morning.
Oh, man, it's been a long morning. How was yours? What did you do this morning?
Good. Same. Got up, worked out, green drink, little work, and here I am.
But I didn't really do anything. I just saw him and talked about how he trained other people that morning, and we had coffee about it. So that was.
It's a start.
Because we're talking about what we're gonna work out about. So, but it's okay. That's fine. We'll do something. Go. How was the weekend?
The weekend was good. I was with my family all weekend. It was wonderful. With my niece and nephew, my parents. It was great.
I love it, man. I had to watch football, which I do not enjoy. And the Cowboys always lose, and they were getting their ass kicked, and somehow they won. So it's like
they came back.
It's a Super Bowl.
I watched a little bit too. The Bears are 2-0, which is amazing.
That's what I said. Good. So you're happy with that? That's positive.
Yeah, it's positive.
So what are they?
We have to face the Falcons next week though, and after that, loss yesterday, I don't know.
I mean, if y'all lose if we won. So if y'all lose, that's pretty bad. I mean,
this is true.
I mean, I'm sorry for Dallas, but we should be amazing, and we're not. It's like weird.
Every year.
So what's going on this week? You have cases going on, or is it a slow week? Zooming?
I do. I'm busy. Zoom, and I get to fly down to Florida for a case I have on Wednesday for the day. So I have a little work to do down there.
Florida's fun. Hopefully it's not raining like it is here. It's totally we're getting a hurricane right now, and I'm excited about it. I love them though because
excited.
Because it's like all this nonsense goes on, and I have stuff to talk about, so I love it. It's
well,
good
there
for
you
me.
Go.
Tell me about
Perfect
that here
today.
I like it. Looks like she's.
Oh, it's a Francine Turk.
I love it. I gotta Google that one. That's too smart for me. So let's see what's going on. Did you know you got 2,200 likes in 2 minutes when I posted that we're doing the Wednesday night thing?
I mean, I'm shocked. I didn't know there were that many people that were supportive, frankly.
Supportive of me is surprising. I think it was all you. I think I got 2 of those likes, but that's my mom and my grandmother. I think gave me 2 of those, but the rest were you. So I'm happy with that. But let's see. So. Man, I gotta go to Chicago and get some type of, your wardrobe type. Can you take me shopping?
Yes, I'm good at that.
I'm just not doing well. Okay, in my job, I get to wear boxers and a nice shirt, so I don't really have to dress for any pants or anything. But we're okay. It's like being a judge. Nobody has to know what's under there.
This
and
is
nobody.
true.
You think they wear boxers? Because I would. That's all I would do.
I don't think so, because you kind of do see them walk from the chambers to the bench. But hey, you could.
Sweatpants, all right? Sweatpants are fine.
Yes.
We just got to spend money on nice shirts, and then we'll be okay.
That's right.
But let's see. So we have a porn star later on in that Tiger Woods. I'm interviewing her at 3:00. I guess she couldn't say anything because there was an NDA. Can you tell us why now she can talk? And it's weird.
Well, it's funny. NDAs are interesting. Normally, there are not time limits on NDAs. They last in infinity. But, I think now, in the world we live in today, I think everybody just doesn't care. And they think, you want to come after me because, now everybody's saying, oh, well, that's such a bad thing. An NDA is a bad thing. And, I always laugh about them, really, because when you are signing an NDA, you have counsel with you at the table. And not only are they reading with you and explaining to you what you're signing, it's not like you sign your life away. You sign and then they slide a big check across the table.
Yeah.
So, it's like, exactly what you're signing up for. And it's something both parties make a decision to do. And, this notion that, men have all the power in that situation, they really don't.
I know she was telling me, what was she saying? She was like, oh, it's like just getting civil sued. They just drag it out to an oblivion and you never have to pay anything. And it's just like,
good luck.
What is he going to do to me? Then he has to get back in the news. So good for him. That's your friend. I mean, I'm sorry.
Hey,
we're going to talk about some weird shit today.
Okay.
He's got some weird fantasies, but good for that guy. I'm proud of him. Well, let's see. But the cool thing about that, though, once I posted that I was interviewing her, 18 different porn stars added me, and you would think that'd be a good thing, but I'm kind of weirded out by it. I don't know, because their pictures are insane and they don't look normal. But it's kind of like looking like a guy because they're so not real. It's weird.
Yes.
It's not a pretty thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only guy in America that thinks that, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right. Let's see what else do we got going on. How do you feel about the Justice dying? That was crazy. The Justice.
It was very, very sad. She was, just an extraordinary person who led an extraordinary life. Made some decisions that shaped the course of life, especially for women. And I really wish that Americans would just look at her and what she did for what she is. And, this need to politicize everything in today's world is sad. And I think we could look to someone like her, someone to Justice Scalia, and see how, we really could be better at getting along with people who don't view the world the same way we do.
Yeah, I mean, we lost like some really big giants this year. Holy moly,
yes.
Man. Gosh, what was the other guy? The black guy, I forget his name, but he was so
John Lewis.
Yes, I had the Lewis, but I couldn't remember the John. Man, he was huge, and she's huge, and you just have to, like, even if you don't agree with them, they did so much stuff. It's like, wow.
Change the course of history.
When I was reading that what she did, I couldn't even finish the freaking thing. I was like, wow, like millions of different policies and different things that she tried to push through, and even Trump was super nice about her, so that's positive. But
he was great. No, he was great, and I wish we could see more of his initial reaction, because I did watch that video.
Yeah, I saw it.
It was
off a plane,
so
right?
Yeah, so genuine, and really, I mean, it was in that moment and saying what a great human being she was, and I thought it's sad that the country can't see that reaction.
Yeah, I didn't see that posted anywhere besides just on YouTube. I didn't see it on CNN. Of course, it's not gonna be on CNN, but I don't even think MSNBC or Fox or anything, because I watch everything and I haven't seen it. I was like, wow, man, they never get him when he's like really eloquent and like
real
and a normal person and just natural.
Yeah,
but he really liked her. It was pretty cool. Let's see what's going on. Hey, did you know that you were on a poll of the most gorgeous defense attorneys? Did you know that? I looked up random stuff.
I did not.
Yeah,
I did not.
I don't know if you're number 1 or 2 or 3, but you're definitely at the top. I need to find out. But I was like reading all this stuff because I have to read about you. So like I find all these different things. You know how hard that is to be out of like millions? There's probably millions of defense attorneys, right? Maybe hundreds of them now.
Sure.
But that's pretty good. I mean, dude,
Thank you.
I can't even get on the top 5 of the podcast. That's not fair to me, but it's all right. But
Maybe
I'll
I'll
let
help
you back.
you. Maybe
I'll
I'll
let you
help
get back
you,
to work. Unless you want, is there anything you wanted to talk about this morning?
No, I don't. We can talk about whatever you want.
I'm pretty excited about Wednesday.
I've always answered any question that I get asked. So.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about Wednesdays because we got Baez on at 6 o'clock, so he's always a weirdo. So it'd be nice to have somebody normal, because he's just always talking about weird stuff, and I don't know what's going on with that. Hey, but back to the justice thing. Do you think he's going to put somebody in within 2 weeks, or do you think he's going to make it wait?
I do.
No, he deserves to. I mean, look what they did to Kavanaugh. I mean, come on, they can't play that game.
Well, and I don't even know if you can look at Kavanaugh as the example, but I think what the problem is, I think most Americans don't understand history when it comes to how justices are selected. I mean, even look at when Carter was at the end of his first term, and obviously he did not win re-election, but while he was running again, he appointed Justice Breyer, and Justice Breyer is still on the court. So this is not an unusual thing. So I think the problem is everybody's like losing their mind without actually having the history. And when I watch these people losing their mind, I think to myself, I'll give you $100 if you tell me one of the major opinions that RBG wrote, and then I'll give you 500 if you can name the other 8 justices, because most people can't. And so people.
I just lost $600.
Well, there you go.
I could not think of that.
So, they go crazy, but if you really think about it, you need to have the knowledge before you speak out about what's horrific or terrible. You need to have the knowledge. And this is the reason we have elections. We have elections because people vote. And once you vote people into power, then they get to do what is required of them while they have the job. So it's a little frustrating, especially for me that understands how it works and pays attention to how it works. And I watch these people like lose their minds, and I think, oh my God, you don't even understand what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's different when you're in the know and then having to deal with like a lot of people that aren't in the know.
Well, and people get their knowledge. Yeah, they get their knowledge from social media, and it's very frustrating. It's sad, actually. Sad.
I know, man, it's tough. So what was I going to say? Can you tell us about any juicy cases going on? Are people still being mean to you on Twitter, or is it kind of toned down a little bit?
Sometimes, once in a while, it's toned down for sure.
It's still going on. Jesus,
once in a while, I get a lot of direct messages on Instagram. So I always know when something must have aired again, because I'll get these messages, and I don't watch any of it, but I'll get these messages on Instagram that are like, you're the devil. The things you do to women are horrible. How do you sleep at night? My favorite is, you must have had a horrible relationship with your father, and you must have been cheated on by every guy you were ever with. And I'm like, really? Because none of that is true.
Yeah, so, I was never cheated. First off, let's make that sure.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
So I saw my therapist, or I'm going to see my therapist today at 5, and I think we're making a lot of progress because I wanted to kill 6 people in America, and now we're down to 3. So
who are the 3?
You know, sometimes it fluctuates back up, but we've been making a lot of progress because we were at 13. So now we're at 6, and then now we're at 3. And I think she's keeping it cool because she's supposed to like tell people, you know, like the cops or something like that. But I don't think she thinks I'm really gonna do it. But we talk about all these people that I don't like, and they're just so mean. But talking about Twitter, like people will retweet something from 2012. I said, dude, I am supposed to say controversial stuff, man. Don't take it seriously. Come on, man. Right. It's supposed to be funny. Right. Like you go, you know, whatever, you know. But you know, they just have to meet me and have fun.
It's always interesting, you know, there's people who understand that, you know, when you do the work that I do, you have a job to do. And when you do the work you do, you have a job to do. And, you know, people don't understand that. And it doesn't mean that you're not your authentic, genuine self, but you have a position that you have to take. And neutrality is not it.
Yes, I have to be on one side so I can have the other person bitch. If I'm happy all the time with her, then what the hell is it going to be fun for? And then they like always say like, what do you do all day? How do you just get to, I said, that's a real job. I get paid, buddy.
Yeah, exactly.
I said, it's actually, I actually live the dream right now. I get to talk for money. That's awesome. But what was I going to say? Oh, dude, so do you have any juicier cases you can talk about, or are they all kind of like, eh?
No, I mean, most of them are pretty normal. None of them are necessarily.
It's normal domestic violence, you know?
No. Yeah, no. I do mostly sexual assault cases. I do have several murders in Chicago that we're dealing with because, you know, we are the murder capital of the country. Unfortunately.
Hey, so it's like, do you get like a lot of mob cases over there, kind of Chicago and New
York? No, that's pretty dead. That whole thing is pretty dead. Yeah, I've actually never handled any of those cases. So I was kind of a little young.
I'm sad about it. They used to take out the bad guys. They used to be like the Dexter of back then, and now we don't have that guy like a Batman Dexter. So we have to deal with bad people. It's not fair.
Notice that those guys never, you know, unintentionally murdered a 3-year-old or 7-year-old, or you know, they knew what they were going to do.
They murdered the guy who did do that. They're like the, I wouldn't say the God, but like the anti-God for good, you know.
Well, I do think though that's why we have the crime we have on the streets today. It's like when you take out the, you know, for lack of a better term, order, you know, and now you have this total chaos, and you had, you know, whether it was the mob or whether it was large factions of, you know, famous gangs, those gang members and those gang leaders kept order within their own people. Now there's so many factions, they just shoot each other.
I was talking to Michael Francis, you know Michael Francis or whatever, that guy from New York. Yeah, I know dude, he is so interesting. Like I could talk to him for hours. He has so many different stories. But he was like, dude, yeah, I saw a lot of bad stuff, but like, dude, I wasn't really into that. I just wanted to make a shit ton of money and chill. Like I was not really into like trying to hurt anybody. We never tried to hurt anybody. We were just trying to make money off the government. Fuck them. It was like, he's like, well, they were going to catch us and put us in jail anyways. We want to make as much as we could before. So, but dude, his stories about jail and prison and how he was able to just finagle things. Everywhere he was like at the top. Like even in jail, he finagled his way to get whatever he wanted from everybody. That guy's a genius. I don't know.
Well, sure. And those are skills, right? I mean, those are skills, albeit illegal or not, but they're still skills.
I was like, dude, imagine what you would have done if you would have stayed positive. He's like, oh no, you can never make that kind of money in a positive way that fast. I was like, come on, yeah, you could. He said supposedly pulling in $8 million a week at the height of it. And I was like, 8, 16, 24, 32 times 10 times 12. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's a lot of math.
But but dude, I was like, how are you not going to get caught? He's like, oh, I knew I was going to get caught because he had like 4 planes. Like people, they're going to look at you. You got 4 planes, you know, they're going to start looking at some of the rest stuff. But, you know, he was pretty interesting to speak to. I like that guy. Mike Tyson was a little weird, but we'll see. You know, I can't understand what he says. You know,
Mike Tyson was actually while I was in New York trying my big case. Mike Tyson, one morning I got to the gym and it was early. I think I walked in a little bit before 5 and he was already in there on the bike. I was like, oh my God.
Dude, I'm scared when I interview him because like I've seen other interviews, like if you say something wrong or if he doesn't like what you say, then he just like gets so mad. The good thing is I'm on Zoom because of Corona right now, so he can't beat me up or anything. But yeah, I was just like, yeah, man, whatever he said, for sure. Like I don't know what he said. I can't understand what you're saying, but yes. Yeah, because I've seen him get super angry and I was nervous. But it's okay. It's okay. We'll get better at interviewing. So tell me what else is going on in your life. Anything positive? Anything negative?
It's always positive. You know, positivity is a choice, Ryan. It's a choice. So, you know, you get up every day and no matter, I mean, hey, we're living in the midst of COVID. And I felt like this weekend, it felt like a little more normal. You know, we were like, out of Chicago and Michigan, and it was, you know, it was a little more normal and,
Those views
out and about.
Fantastic. I was so
yeah,
jealous.
weren't they beautiful? Yeah, they were
Yes.
beautiful. And,
I was like, is that the cameras? Is that real life? I mean, what's going on here?
and then when I got back to Chicago, I was able to sit outside and watch the second half of the Bears game. So, you know, that was okay.
You at home right now? You're in the office. What are you doing?
I'm home. I
sweet.
go to the office later today.
Nice.
We try to stagger a little bit, all the, you know, the number of people in there at any given time. So
I don't blame you, man. It's crazy. It's still really big. I don't know if it's real or not. Everybody keeps saying it's fake now because they said if it was real, it wouldn't have lasted this long because they're saying it has to be some type of hysteria, conspiracy. But I mean, that's way above my education and pay grade. But what do you think about that? Like, what's going on? You think this is the swine?
No,
flu?
I think like anything else, we have to take the proper precautions. I think if you're in a high risk group, you should stay home. I think shutting down our entire world and our economy for something that most people can heal from is silly. I'm all about taking the right precautions if we need to take them. You know, wear a mask, don't touch your face, don't, you know, stick your fingers in your eyes, wash your hands.
And I didn't even know I had it. I was just getting a test just to get it. And I had no symptoms, never got sick. It was like, just had it and then it went away, I guess.
Most people I know who had it, that was the exact situation. I had been out to dinner in July with a group of people where one person woke up the next day sick, so we all had to get tested. And fortunately, I was negative. But the people that I think there was 3 out of the 7 of us that were at dinner, and the 3 that had it were, you know, they were all okay.
I was like, dude,
all recovered.
And they're like, well, I mean, well, have you felt any sickness? I said, nothing. I don't think it's real.
Yeah.
I think you're faking. I know, right? I think you're faking test results.
I will say that I know several people who either got a positive result and then were called back and said, oh, they put it in the system wrong. You were actually negative. And so, you know, who knows? I mean, who knows? I've heard lots of those stories.
I see it on here when they because I have like all 3, 4, 5 different screens here. So they're all like saying that they love your blouse. And I was like, and I can't tweet them back right away because I want to say that's her casual wear. It's not even like her great wear.
It is.
Her great wear, you know, but whatever, you know.
Thank you.
How much do you spend on fashion a year? It's got to be up there. At least
I don't know.
One major political case. A total.
You know, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't, you know, I don't keep track. I probably would be sick if I kept track actually. So I don't keep track, but you know, I buy what I need for the life I live, I guess.
I see. I like to buy fine wines. That's my thing. I like to collect wines.
Well, I like fine wine too, but you know,
French desserts. Those are my favorite.
French everything. French wine, French desserts, French food,
vacation.
French designers, French vacation. Yes.
I love it. All right. So where's some of the best places you vacationed before? I know you love to vacay. Is there any like special places?
I do. I've been to Dubai. I've been to Dubai, which I thought was great and interesting, but I went in 2008, which I think it's a lot different now than it was then. Bora Bora was a great, relaxing, wonderful vacation. You know, I like to go to Lanai in Hawaii. It's more remote and anywhere that I can get away.
I just like to go to Houston. I have so much fun in Houston.
Well, there you go, Houston. You know, I really need to get to Dallas. I have a really, really good friend in Dallas. I need to get down there.
Yes, I know. Dallas is very nice too. That's probably like our nicest city in Texas, I would say. Because there's like a lot of stuff going on in Houston and San Antonio, but Dallas has like all the fun stuff. Mark Cuban's out there. He's hanging out. You know, I got to get him on the show. He's a cool guy. But he's a cool guy. He's also a weird interviewist, man. We got to talk straight about business because he doesn't like talk about anything that has no like substance. Like if it doesn't have real meaning about business or something, he doesn't want to talk about it. So, you know, my job's hard. They think I have to really prepare for these interviews.
Sure, man. And you have to tailor to who you're talking to.
And not only that, I have critics too who are criticizing my interview skills. I'm like, what a hater! Like, come on, man. But I love it though. I love it.
There's a place for everybody. There's a place.
I'm thinking about doing the show like how Jimmy Kimmel has it, where you talk about your mean tweets. I think that'd be really fun. You should do that. Yours are even better.
I should do that.
I have father problems.
I should do that. I should have saved all of the, you know, the direct messages, like leave after a certain amount of time if you don't answer them. They delete on their own. They delete on their own. So after, right, exactly. Some I took screenshots of, but and you know, I always responded to the nice people. Always. I'm so
proud of you for not even like most people will delete their Facebook because they're vaginas, and you just were like, fuck it, say whatever you want. Whatever you want to me.
No, I always my stuff was always private, but they could still tweet me. So you know, I still see it. So whatever.
Yeah, we got to figure something out on how not to get tweeted anymore. But we'll see what's going on. I enjoy it, the good and the bad. It's fun. But dude,
Yeah,
we got to get to Wednesdays. Wednesdays are going to be super fun. Hot topics.
Great.
You know, won't be always talking about Weinstein. I know everybody's bothering you about that all the time. Hopefully that's died down a little bit. Now we'll talk about general events going on. Is everybody kind of
I love it.
talking to you about that? Or is that kind of
I love talking about general events. I'm always, that's the first thing I do every morning is scan all the papers. And so I always know what's going on.
So nobody's bothering you about the Weinstein anymore. It's kind of finally kind of done away.
No, I get calls. I got a call over the week. The Queen of England of title.
I'm losing you, I think.
They were asking me to comment.
You still there?
I think there you are. Yeah, I'm here. So I got one call this weekend about, the Queen of England stripping Harvey of whatever title they had given him. And, did I have a comment on that? And I said, no, I didn't. And then I thought about it and I thought, well, if the Queen of England is going to strip Harvey, is she stripping her own son too?
Well, that's what I was going to say. I mean, look at the Epstein thing. I'm worried about him. I'm worried about, what do you think's going on with Jelaine over there? She's probably freaking out right now.
Yeah, I mean, that whole thing, I would be just really curious to know what she knows. And I think everybody thinks she knows so much that she's going to get some kind of a great deal. But frankly, I think they probably know everything she knows. So
yeah, that's what I was
I don't know how great it's going to be.
Because if they didn't, they would have got her a lot quicker. It's not like they don't know where you're at. She was in America, so they found her, as soon as they wanted to. But
exactly.
I'm excited to see what she does know, if she does know anything. I mean, I don't know. Not that we'd even find out until like 3 years later, but it's okay.
Yeah. When somebody writes a book, we'll know.
Well, I'll be that guy. I need to write a book. I think I'm gonna write a book about just life. It sucks. I'm just kidding.
No,
I love my life. It's actually fun. Fun.
That's good.
Well, let's do this. I'll let you get back to work. We'll get it going. Wednesday, 7:30 Central. We'll talk about general events, hot topics, things going on in America, things going on locally, whatever's going on. The Cowboys, whatever. Your Bears, Tiger Woods, the scandals, the porn stars, whatever's going on. We'll talk
whatever's
about.
going on. Okay.
Yeah, they keep adding me. I got another ad. I don't. I'm gonna go look at that Instagram. But I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, bye. See you later. Bye.